Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. Is it worth a buy? Let's read the words before I crash the fucking plane. From light planes to wide-body jets, fly highly detailed and accurate aircraft in the next generation of Microsoft Flight Simulator. Test your piloting skills against the challenges of night flying, real-time atmospheric simulation, and live weather in a dynamic and living world. Before we start, guys, I was given a key from Microsoft for this game. It came a bit late. I just really got to play the game today, but I've been hammering it all day. And yeah, this is what I think of it. We'll start with the options first, guys. It has a ton of graphical options, a ton of game options, a ton of flight assist options, a ton of control. There's far too many to even start going through. There's pages and pages and pages of them, guys. You can turn everything on and everything off. You can have this as complicated or as easy as you like. And I'm a complete noob, and I was coping admirably on medium with like half the flight things on and half of them off. You can tailor them exactly the way you want as well. Graphically, it looks fantastic. It looks absolutely amazing, this game. Unfortunately, it runs like an asthmatic, pregnant, three-legged hippo that's just been shot by some buckshot in its only one working rear leg. And this is a shame, guys. I mean, the recommended specs for this game are laughable. Mine's way higher. I'm running a 9900 and a 2080 graphics card with 32 gig of rather RAM. When I go over the cities, it's dropping to sometimes 20 to 30 frames a second with highs of about 45 frames a second, which is not great. When I'm out of the city and just over the countryside, I have had over 100 frames a second. This is running on 1080p. For the benefit of this video though, guys, I just kept it at 1080p on with VSync on, just to make the rendering easier for us. And yeah, it was running absolutely fine over the countryside, but in the cities it was just a slug. So make sure your specs are good enough to run this. I would say you need a minimum of 16 gig of RAM for this. It does say 8 will do. I can't possibly see how that could happen. With the base pack that I have, I've got 20 planes, guys. 2 of them are commercial airlines. I've got 3 propeller planes that are rather fast. I don't know what the proper name of them is. And there's 14 other propeller planes and 1 kind of jet, which is awesome. The jet, it's just great. The Cessna jet is just, I love it. Absolutely love it. I've flown almost all of them, guys, I've been all over the world today. All over the world. I've flown in Rio de Janeiro, seeing Christ the Redeemer, the Giza pyramids. I've flown over that enormous volcano near Tokyo. I've landed at LAX in the dark. I've took off from JFK in the dark. I've flown right round the Scottish 500 Highland Drive. It's just, I've been everywhere, guys. I've done all kinds of crazy things. I started off taking flight lessons. So there's a little tutorial with a little shitty plane, but it shows you it's a valuable lesson that I think everybody's going to need to take just to get the, well, not everybody, but people like me need to take just to get the kind of bearings in the game. But once I got out of that, I was away in the other planes, and you know, I've played a lot of these type of games, so I knew a little bit. I'm not a great pilot by any means, but after about 5 or 6 hours, I was doing some crazy shit between the skyscrapers of Tokyo, which I'm sure I would lose my aviation license for if I did them IRL. And also, I learned to fly in storms. I took off from Cape Town, guys, just to show you the graphics in a storm, and I shat myself. Honestly, I could not believe the difference it makes. I was flying blind. I didn't know where the windscreen wipers were, so I couldn't switch them on, and I couldn't see a freaking thing, guys. And I was literally heading for a mountain. I just looked at the artificial horizon and realized I was going to crash, and was pulling up and full throttling for everything that it was worth. It was terrifying, guys. The buffeting, the turbulence. It's amazing, this game. Absolutely amazing. And the thing that makes it amazing, guys, is, like I said, I've seen all these great things today, but it uses Bing Maps. So essentially, you can go anywhere in the world you like. Anywhere on this planet. And it'll be live, with live weather, the live day and night cycle that's happening right now, and also live air traffic. I mean, my goodness, guys. Isn't that amazing? It's incredible. Now, obviously, as you get closer to the ground, you'll get some flat, horrible textures, but most of them look great. Even from relatively low level flying, but when you get really low you can see some really awful textures, and my flying was so bad I got very low, usually while traveling at about the speed of sound and in a nosedive, guys. But I did get the hang of it. I did learn to take off and land, and I even, guys, took off in a Boeing 747 full of passengers on their way to their holidays. I switched all the flight aids off and actually took off myself. I was so freaking proud. None of them made it to their holiday destination, of course. I crashed about 1 minute 20 seconds later whilst trying to turn too sharply. But hey, I still took off. The game also has challenges that you can do with leaderboards so you can get the best landing at certain difficult, tricky runways with certain tricky weather and wind going on, which is fun. Me though, I just absolutely love just exploring that big bad world out there, because it's just amazing. You can go anywhere you like, guys, and you can see all the sights that's there IRL. I can't get my head around how good this is. It's just phenomenal, and it's getting VR. When this gets VR, what? How is that even what? I can't. You know what I'm saying? So guys, there it is. It is just an absolutely phenomenal flight simulator. Marred, of course, by the way that it runs. Also, the download took about 8 hours or something. It was horrible, and it needs a Microsoft Xbox account to run it. So there's some bad things in there as well, but I'm sure this game's going to get mega... In fact, I know it's going to get a load of updates because I've just been reading them. There's a huge long roadmap for this game, and you can buy extra planes as well that's coming out, and I'm sure these frame drops are going to get fixed. They're not going to release a game this good and just not fix things. A lot of people are having problems with it. It's getting review bombed on Steam, which, you know, it's going to get review bombed on Steam. A lot of people haven't received the premium content. Some people can't even find the flight stick. Found mine straight away, the X52 Pro. Didn't have to do anything. But some people are lucky, some people aren't. I've been kind of lucky with this, and it does run adequately for me to play it, so I absolutely adore this game. But a lot of people are having real problems, but I'm sure over the coming weeks they will get fixed. So there you go, guys. Microsoft Flight Sim 2020. Definitely worth a buy.